Hi Luke, welcome to Lokrum and welcome everyone to the 22nd episode of the Pear Tree podcast.
Hello. Thanks for having me over.
And welcome.
What we're going to chat about today? Animal Crossing?
Yeah, might as
Okay.
well. I've been playing it all week.
I've not played so much this week, but I still had some nice moments that I'd like to share with you all. Have you enjoyed your gaming time this week?
Yeah, I've been actually quite busy. I've been taking down all my furniture that I had set up. It took quite a while. That's took most of my time actually this week. Has been removing the stuff because I have my storage is full. So I had to clear out some of my storage, and then I went on my setting character so they could take some of the stuff that I'm not going to use, like maybe the Christmas stuff and the Halloween stuff that I'm not going to use until later on in the year.
So you've taken down your race for the year?
Yeah, and that was a lot. I didn't realise how much stuff I had put out, and I'd obviously crafted some extra stuff as well.
Yeah.
Just to fill it out, and it's so much stuff.
What have you done with all the trouser presses?
I sold any items that could be bought.
Right.
They've went, and I actually had to sell some of the bamboo speakers and bamboo dolls just because I don't have any room for them in my storage, and I hate selling stuff that I've crafted, but then you get quite a bit of bells for the crafted stuff that I forgot about because I've not done it for quite a while.
Oh, you could have waited till they were the hot item, like left them in a pile outside.
Yeah, I don't know how long that would have took though.
Yeah. That was a good source of income right at the start of the game, selling the hot items.
Yeah, but then sometimes I think it took like wood. Like wood for me was so scarce. Like it was just as rare as gold sometimes because I'd built so much stuff. And the wood, at the start, the spawn for the wood wasn't as equal. I think I might just be totally making this up, but
I believe they changed it. Although I'm not sure, that might have been just a folklore.
Yeah, but I just felt it was really rare as well. So it just depended what item it was, whether I would use the hot item. But they do make quite a bit of money.
So what are you going to do with all your newfound space?
Oh, I don't know. I've moved my house back down to kind of where it originally is, and I'm going to be moving nooks and evils into one of the spaces as well. And then I think it's mostly in front of the plaza, like you come out the entrance to the airport, and then that's the biggest space that I haven't really got any plans for, but I quite like that being nice and, well, maybe not open, but more like foresty, with the trees and just like random flowers. But I'm not quite sure. There might be something that's coming up that I might just want to do another event for, or I might just have a giveaway, like just empty my storage because it is full again. Oh, it's so bad.
I know, I'm dreading the message. I know that I'm over 2,000, but I don't know quite how close I am to the limit. But every time I'm just dropping more of the random junk that the villagers give me into my storage, I'm just like kind of half expecting the message to pop up that it's full. But I do have still a lot of empty space on my other characters, so I don't really generally use them for storage, so I'm not too worried just yet.
Yeah, I was cleaning out mine. I had like 30 fireworks in my pocket in one of my storages. So
that's useful.
Split. Yeah,
for parties
I didn't get rid of them, so I've just put them in my setting character because I've kept some in my storage just on hand, but I've put some in my other character because I do like the fireworks. Because I think it was a thing for a while when we visited you or you visited me in the evening, you'd always bring a firework. We'd always setting up fireworks. There's so many pictures on my camera roll, just us posing at fireworks.
Yeah, I did have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fireworks and sparklers in my storage at one point. They're great items. I like them. We should get some fireworks out. That's a good idea. I haven't done that for ages.
Yeah, and I'd actually had stars last night as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't know until because I was still behind on days from updating my dream address, and I hate skipping ahead days, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
because I don't want to miss my villagers. So if I go back, I'll just like take it one day at a time. So I've just
Sure.
caught up today. That's why I've obviously got an extra lazy boy that you met earlier, because he appeared in my campsite a wee bit quickly since my last campsite villager. So I had Benjamin last week that you met, and this week I had Lucky.
Ah, he is lovely.
So,
I went and
so
bumped into him on my way in to record today. He's really cool.
Yeah, he's got a crazy house. I love it though.
I noticed you've put him up in the graveyard.
Yeah. Well, I had this big empty space beside the graveyard that I was just using for my spare art that I was eventually trying to give away. So that's kind of forced me to get that into action and find a new place for Lucky, because his house is super creepy. But so is my graveyard, and now my graveyard kind of got like a reason, because before it was just from Halloween and I just didn't want to move it. And without having Lucky there, it was just really kind of creepy just having a graveyard in my town. Like, who is buried in that graveyard, really? So now it's just like Lucky's graveyard in his back garden, just to match his house, because he's got like two gravestones in his house. It's really strange.
Yeah, so what is the deal with Lucky? Is he a zombie dog?
Maybe not a zombie, maybe a mummy dog, because he's got that rat around his head. I don't know if he's a zombie. I would say he's a zombie.
He's got red eyes, right?
I would class mummies and zombies different, but I gave him a mummy wrap the day as a gift, and it's off-white, so it doesn't really match. He's some patches on his bandages on his head, or his...
Oh, he was wearing that when I saw him.
feet.
What does he normally wear?
He came in a red work, I think it's a work shirt. It's just like a red shirt. It looks really just plain. Like it's not
just
anything.
Like a normal shirt. Okay.
Yeah, so I changed that. Today was the first day I was allowed to give him any gifts, so I had that wrapped and ready to give him.
Cool. Yeah, I got to give Cherry her first gift today, I think. She just got some fruit though. They get boring gifts on Rayalby, sorry.
Yeah, I did give mine fruit as well. It's only sometimes if you see something I actually think of something that I would give them. But I wanted to give that straight away, just because I think I was quite surprised with the red shirt, and I was like kind of underwhelmed by it. So what better thing to give him? No doubt I'll have it off, and I'll be wearing some of the designs on Able soon, like everyone else. Although Barrow's running around doing zoomies in his Argyle sweater that I'm assuming you've gave him.
Yeah, I think I gave it one of every colour in the end.
Yeah, he was looking cute. I think I've spent a lot of time looking at the title screens. I don't know if I think I've mentioned this before, I do it all the time. When you turn the game on and the title screens, like,
yeah,
just following them around, because you can get better videos or pictures of their zoomies, because obviously sometimes when I'm trying to video their zoomies, they're zooming off camera, whereas this one follows them about. I just wish you could take away the screen.
Yeah, when I turned it on today, it had Cherry and Lolly, and they were both standing by the speakers just dancing.
Aww.
But by the time I got into the game, neither of them were there anymore, but it was cute to catch them doing that.
Yeah, how's Cherry settling in? I met her just
really
as she
well.
moved in last week.
Yeah, she said you were a happy egg, which I thought was really cute. I think that must be your Easter title.
Yeah, it was my Easter title, so I'm going to need to change that one. Shame you into changing yours, because...
Excuse me, did you not notice when I flew in?
No, have you changed it? Oh, sorry,
Yes.
I was too busy.
I was a freshly delivered sprout.
Oh, right, okay.
Just in time for spring.
Sorry, apologies. Yeah, because I think, I was going to say Luke, Graham had mentioned you and said that your name is Specific Tree.
No, because Cherry told me that you're a happy egg, and she was like, she shamed me into, she was like, we can't let off Islanders show us up like that. So I went and changed mine immediately. She also shamed me about what I was wearing this week. Like on one day, she complimented me on my lovely frilly Hello Kitty t-shirt, and then I think I wore the same thing for like 3 days, and she was like, "Oh, you must really love those clothes. Either that or you don't have anything else." And I was like, "God, hardly know you. You can't be dissing my clothes so soon." I thought it was quite cheeky. I liked it.
Yeah, it's cheeky and they're sisterly. I think it's like tough love, like a big sister would give you.
Yeah. Shari's been doing really cute big sisterly stuff this week. She was talking about like learning to live with your mistakes is like a really liberating thing. It's nice having Shari and Cherry around. Like I noticed that Cherry's got ear piercings. That's really uncommon, isn't it?
Cherry's really cool looking.
I don't know that. Obviously, Flick has got some piercings, but I couldn't think of any other villagers that have got piercings.
No, I know that I've met anyway. I haven't noticed.
But then, to be honest, I didn't really notice that Cherry had piercings until she moved in, and I think I was looking around her house, and I just zoomed in the camera on her and noticed.
Yeah, that's interesting.
She's really cool though. She's got a really, really cool house, and yeah, she seems really happy.
Have you moved her house? Because you were saying
Yes, her house moved
going
this
to
morning.
be.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
and I built her a little garden, which is still a work in progress, but given her a little fenced off bit with some nice items in, and I'm growing her some of the in-season bushes. Azaleas in season, is it?
Yeah, azaleas. So
Yeah.
I think I've got hiding behind one. That wasn't meant. I think I just had them from last time, to be honest. I had just planted them and they've just suddenly came into bloom.
We had Shari's birthday on Rayalby this week.
Yes, and I didn't make a big, it was a quick flying visit for me, but she looked very cute.
She partied a little bit too hard because the next day she was sick.
Oh, no way. Was she?
Yeah. And I went in and
That's
she was like,
hilarious.
yeah, I went in and she's like shivering. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know how I've managed to catch this cold." And I'm like, "Shari, you are hungover because you and Poppy were partying from the moment I got up to the moment I went to bed yesterday, and you did not stop." So I had to take her some medicine.
That's funny. Now I've got some pictures of her.
Yeah, I got some nice pictures. They looked really cute, the two of them. And I gave her a cherry blossom bonsai, and she gave me a second picture in the mail the next day.
Oh, nice.
Which I thought was really cute, and I put it outside her house.
Has she put the bonsai in her house yet?
Yeah, she has. She was dusting it today.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure that's what you're supposed to do with a bonsai tree, but...
Yeah, I'm going to give one to Gonzo because he had wrote me a letter this week saying that how he really likes bonsai trees. So I was actually going to put one in his garden, but now that you've said that you've got a photo of him, I might just give it to him. It would go nice in his house anyway. He's got quite a nice rustic house, I think. I think the cherry bonsai tree would look nice anywhere, to be honest. Was it a pine or a cherry one? Oh, you said it was a cherry one.
I gave her a cherry one, yeah. He might like a pine one, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll give him a pine bonsai. I could put one outside his house as well, I suppose. But I'll try one because I'm looking for his photo. Although I'll be really sad to see him go because he's just cute.
Yeah, you love him.
Although I say that about all my crankies, to be honest. So.
And all of the others as well.
Yeah,
You're such a softie. How are the rest of your lot this week?
Yeah, they've been busying about, getting in my way, the usual.
I haven't been over this week, but I came over last weekend and bumped into Barold when it might have been his first proper day on the island, maybe, or quite soon. And it was It was nice seeing him. It was sad and funny and nice. But he said I could come over and share snacks with him anytime that I wanted. And he said that the fish on
Oh,
Lokrum smell the same as the fish on Railby. So he didn't feel too
all right,
homesick.
okay. Oh, that's good. It's nice that he's settling in. He's been doing his zoomies in his big garden that I left him, his big space, so I'm
Oh,
quite
good
happy.
boy. That's nice. Oh, it was the fishing tourney this weekend. Did you get to do any fishing?
No, I didn't. I was always had travelled back to it, but then I never even got to fish. I just time had passed. I was like, oh, I can't be bothered now.
I got to play a few rounds of fishing. It finishes quite early, doesn't it? It finishes at like 6 o'clock in the evening. So if you don't get to play because you're doing things in the day, then it does finish quite early. But at least you get to see the villagers and all their cute little hats and fishing gear. I wish that you could get them. Like, I wish that you could compete with them or team up with them. That would be more friendly, actually. If you could
Yeah,
get them all involved, even if it was just like Biscuit caught one fish or whatever, just like a token little game that you could play with them. Because I think in New Leaf you competed against them, but they were always really
yeah.
amazing at fishing in New Leaf. So maybe not like that. I don't want to make
Well,
it too hard, but
I didn't mind it in the least because it was the only time I wanted to catch sea bass because sea bass sometimes won you the tournament if it was like the size because they're quite
yeah,
big sea
yeah.
bass. So I got a nice cute picture of Graham this week. He was sitting on my cushion at the set.
Oh, well, up here.
Yeah, so I had to sit
Where?
in your seat.
Oh, I don't mind. Do you get a picture?
Yeah, I got a picture and it was quite good
Oh,
because I had to, for my dream address, I'd put the TV camera in front of the set, just so it looks like a proper set. Obviously, I take it away because I think
oh,
it would get in the
cute.
picture with you when we're actually recording. But so it was quite a nice picture of him sitting, and he's this smug, so he was loving it. Obviously, being on screen, you might be after your job. Look,
I could have a holiday. He could stand in for a week or two. Yeah, he could do that. He's so sweet. His little tiny legs on the cushion.
oh yeah, because he was sitting under a tree, just when you're just his tiny legs, and I never know if he's sitting
You
down
can't
or
tell,
not
can you?
because
You can't tell with him at
uh,
all. It's funny. I had a really weird experience this week. Lolly was thinking, and I went up to her and asked her what was up, and she was like, "I just really would like to go and see the world." She was really nice about it, and she was like, "It's not that I'm not happy here. It's just that I want to go and experience other things." And I said, "Okay, go on then. Follow your heart." And immediately I was like, "Oh no, what have I done? I can't believe I just let Lolly leave." So I thought about it for a little while, and I think I ended up really regretting it. So I logged on with one of my other characters and asked her to stay.
I didn't know you could do that. Not that I would
Yeah,
do it, but
I thought that you told me that.
no.
Oh, well, it just so happened that one of our friends also had Lolly moving on the same day, and it just convinced me that I'd made a mistake in letting her go. I logged on with one of the other characters, and I didn't get any option. I went and spoke to Lolly quite a lot and didn't get any option. And then I tried another character, and Lolly had the thought bubble again, and asked if they thought she should leave, and I said no that time. And she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I think I'll change my mind and stay."
And that's good that you can do that.
And I was quite relieved. So, yeah, I was quite relieved. So I think I made the right decision. And it was nice getting the other characters out to play because it's been a while, and I wanted to get them out to work on their houses for the dream address that I want to do. And it just means all the villagers start talking about them again, which is really cute.
Yeah.
They're all talking
Especially
about
Isabel.
Isabel, yeah. I just need to save up one more day for the Nook link points for her photo, and then I'm going to put her photo outside the house, and then I'll be ready to record the dream address.
Ah, nice. That was hers was the first item I bought.
Yeah, I bought the Nook
I
links
don't.
photo first, but it's
Oh yeah,
taken me
'cause you bought
ages
it
to save up
pricey.
because I haven't had any lucky days. I think I've only had one lucky day so far.
I think I've had two. I've had my times. Is it times two and a times three you can get? I'm sure I got
Yeah,
times two my first time, and then I got times three. So I'll probably be a while before I get another one. And some of I like Katrina's like words of wisdom, but some of them are just
they're
like
brilliant.
they're like just so out there. Some of them are like make sense, like they're probably real proverbs at some point, but other ones are just like well, what was the one I got the day?
She said today, a picture paints 1,000 words. Try cropping it if that's too many.
She's funny. Mine was to improve your luck, walk up a steep hill and pretend it is a graph of your luck.
What?
Yeah. I wonder if she's like not related obviously because she's not an otter, but like she's like friends with Pascal because he kind of gives you some like far out advice as well.
Yeah.
Only he doesn't. Well, I was about to say he doesn't charge you for it, but he does. Like
He does,
he
yeah.
you need to get a scallop for him.
Yeah.
I've not done that for a while, and I don't think you have done it either because you haven't got all your mermaid stuff you would say previously.
I haven't got any mermaid stuff apart from what I've been gifted. I've met him like 2 or 3 times, but he's only ever given me a pearl.
A pearl. And we'll need to have a diving competition. I think the last time I dived was at Mary's, and we were there for something.
Yeah, spring diving competition would be great.
Yeah, because we never had it last year at spring. It was like obviously late in the summer that we got it, so I quite enjoy diving. I think because I've got all my my diving. Oh my goodness, what do you call them? The Critterpedia. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. That completed.
Creatures.
I've not really. Yeah, creatures. Yes, creatures. That's the word. I just couldn't get insects out my head there.
I could do with a bit of encouragement to get mine, so yeah, let's do a dive. I loved the Sunday KK last week.
Oh yeah, we got to get a wee song in as well.
Yeah, we just squeezed a quick song in, but it's really nice. We should try and do that on even if it's on a Saturday. He writes the coolest little letters. I really wish I could get his note paper. Maybe that will be a Nook link item at some point. Get KK's note paper.
Yeah. I had, before you had came, I'd got a concert with some of the villagers, because usually there's only one or two sitting in the plaza with KK, but there was 4. There was Graham, Barold, Tabby and Tex all sitting like together as well. So I sat up beside them and had it was quite a wee concert because there's 5 of us there, so it was quite nice.
Amazing.
It was nice to see Barold and Graham together in some sort of context. Yeah. So
I always find that they sit like and watch during the day, but obviously during the day you can't sit and request a song and join them. But when it comes to the evening, they just all tend to not be there. They'll be sitting there when you want to go and give them their daily gift.
Yeah,
and you'll
that's
be like,
exactly.
get up, come on, I want to give you a gift.
Yeah, I moved my house, I think I said earlier, I'd moved my house back down to where it originally was, but I'm missing every time I started up the game and would come out, Tabby would be like in my garden singing, just dancing along and singing.
Oh.
So I'm going to miss that.
Oh yeah, so you're not up next to her anymore.
No. I think that was just a temporary spot just because it was just the only spot big enough for my house and it's quite cramped. I never had any room for a garden. And if I could swim in the ponds and lakes and rivers, I would have kept it there because I'd have just had like a big diving board like into the lake because that's where it looked onto. So, but you can't do that, so I've just moved it back. I think that would have been quite cool to be able to just run out your house and dive into the water.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But I think I mentioned in the Discord, I was bottom on the head with the net.
What, Tabby?
Yeah.
You monster.
I was trying to catch a cherry blossom. It was funny.
Oh, right.
Like, I had swiped it and I had totally missed it and hit her on the head, obviously. And then I'd like kind of ran round her to try to avoid her and swipe again. And I hit her again. And then I ran round and like caught it, but I've hit her at the same time I've caught it, but this time she was annoyed, so she's like pulled me up about it. I felt so bad. And then I just moved my house. She probably thinks I didn't like it anymore.
I had to hit Shari on the head with a net today because she had a flea.
Yeah, but did you hit her in the head first and then catch the flea, or did you hit her while you caught it?
Yeah, I hit her while I caught it.
Yeah.
I'm no monster, Sandi. She seemed very grateful.
Oh, actually, just when you said flea, did you know frogs can have fleas as well? I didn't know that. But Huck had one earlier this week.
Oh, I thought you had given me a real life fact then.
No. Well, frogs in Animal Crossing can have fleas. I didn't know that was possible, like, in real life. I don't think it is, but it might have some other sort of...
It seems unlikely that they would have them in real life, but...
Yeah, because they probably eat them anyway. Like, frogs like bugs to eat. Probably like a wee snack for later. That didn't really sound nice, but it's true. They eat bugs.
Yeah, it sounds nice if you're a frog.
That's why I run about in my frog costume, really a bug, see the little bug catching bag that you get out off your flick?
Yeah.
That's part of my outfit. That's like my little snack box, my packed lunch.
That's cute. Has Huck got one?
No, he hasn't, because I would give him one if they
don't wear them, do they?
They don't wear them. I did consider displaying, giving him a grasshopper or a cricket, because I like their wee the boxes that they're displayed in, because it's not like a cage, it's not like a tank, it's like a wee cage, like a proper...
Yeah, Chester had one, didn't he?
Yeah. I did give one to Chester, but then I think that's kind of morbid, like that's his like dinner, just ready just to be eaten at any moment. So I decided against that.
So have you got any plans for the coming week in Animal Crossing, Sandi?
Just a bit of decorating, I think, and I'm going to scan Marty in. I've already scanned them in 20 once yesterday, and I'm going to do it today, and then again tomorrow. So tomorrow is his birthday, but I'm going to like time travel forward and time travel back just so that I can celebrate his birthday with him. Oh,
nice. Marty is really cute.
Cute. Yeah, but he will be my fourth lazy.
And he's a cub, right?
Yeah, so he's a little cub. So it'll be my second lazy cub, so I'll still have barreled.
So you have 2 lazy cubs and 2 lazy dogs.
Yeah. What cuter animals, to be honest.
Yeah,
like
that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
It's great.
And lazies are really good. I like their personality.
Yes.
Even though they're probably the same as like jocks, where they just always talk about food, but I like food more than I like exercise, so maybe that's why I don't mind them as much.
Me too.
So I'm quite looking forward to having him in. So I think unless Huck decides to leave on his own, I'm going to maybe suggest to him to move on.
Right.
because I've got 3 smugs, so I'll literally have 3 smugs and 4 lazies and 3 whatever I've got left. I think it would be, yeah, I think the only other option would be bin.
Right. Well, I still haven't met Marty yet. He looks really cool though, except I'm not entirely convinced about the beret.
Yeah, I scanned them all into the Harves this week, and I was just changing about their hats while I was there because I wanted to be able to order all their items
Yeah.
just so I could order some for myself instead of being gifted them all, which I was kindly gifted at the start when they first came available. But Chai, I've changed her hat to the soft serve scoop. Is it soft serve scoop? Like the ice cream sundae little hat. She looks so much cuter.
You
Because I'm
couldn't
not a
put it on
fan of
top of
the.
her cup like a cappuccino.
Oh, that would be cool, but ridiculous at the same time. I'm not a fan of her teacup, but just nah, it's not for me. I
It's not
think
very
I really like
practical.
her. No, it's not at all. I really like her. She's my favourite colour, like blue, and she's just really cute. I love her eyes, her wee mouth, everything. But the teacup is just not my cup of. No, it's just not for me.
Very good. She's got amazing items as well.
Yeah, I think she's one of my favourite. Apart from the. No, actually, she's not my favourite, but she's my top 3, I think. Second favourite. I think there's a mixture. Like, I think I like more of her items. I've used more of her items. Obviously, my wee cafe that I done the other week.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really great. Great items. And she's lovely. So, is Marty going to come and stay with you? And then do you think that you'll invite Chai further down the
Yes, I
line?
think. Yeah, it'll be Marty then Chai, and I think then I'm not sure. Maybe the sheep. I'm
Cool.
not quite sure. I'm going to invite them all over time just because obviously I want all their photos and that's. But I don't want them all at the same time. Like I just nah. I like to have a mixture of villagers, wee odd bunch. So I think if I had all the Sanrio characters at the same time, that would just been not very interesting. Although they are all different personalities, so when I invite Marty, I'm going to have like 4 lazies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my plan. I think I'm just going to do a wee bit of decorating and invite Marty and then celebrate his birthday with him.
Nice.
So, what about you?
Just the usual, I think. A bit of light decorating. I suppose I'm going to put all my bamboo back in my entranceway. So that'll be a little project for one day. I have tidied up the kind of shopping area with Nooks and Ables and OK Motors. And I'm really pleased with that. That's looking really cool. So I might move Butch's house out of there because he's basically in the bin area of Nooks at the moment. Poor guy. So I might move his house. No major plans though. Although I did start thinking maybe I might like a 5th character today. Had a little
Oh,
idea for a 5th house. So
have you got space?
yeah, yeah.
Is it going to
But
be a little house or is it going to be a big house?
it's going to be a big house.
Is it a secret house? Or can you
I
tell
think
us
it's
your
going to
idea?
have to be a secret at this point because I don't think I'm anywhere close to
Ah,
actually
right,
being
okay.
able to pull it off.
Right, we'll wait and see.
But at some point, I'm going to need to hop back in time just to when the cherry blossoms are in season so that I can dream the dream. I've pretty much finished getting the island how I want for a cherry blossom dream. So I'll pop back, record the dream, and then pop forward again. But I'm just going to enjoy having Cherry on the island, get to know her, just have a nice peaceful week, I think. Cool. Well, as always, it's been great to catch up on all the island gossip this week, Sandy.
Yeah, thanks for coming and sharing your news.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. And thanks to everybody who has watched us on YouTube or listened to the show. It's really great to have you join us. if you want to carry on chatting, then come and hang out with us on Discord or leave us a message. You can find us on Patreon, and we are on the web.
Thanks everyone for watching. Bye, Luke.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Bye.